Good morning. Today we are taking up Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, and we'll be talking about the character Vladimir. So let's begin. The real protagonist of the play, that is Vladimir, at times, he seems to be more rational than his companion Astragon. And unlike the other characters in the play, he has a sense of time, of linear time, and he realizes that the events of the act two essentially are kind of a repetition of those of act 1. He's that way he is able to remember people's identity, while Astragon and Pozo, they forget each other in act 2. He is outraged at Pozo's horrible treatment of Lucky in Act 1, but then he does not actually do anything to help. He even tries to explain what is going on in the world and where they are, and tries to show evidence or tries to give evidence in support of his theories. But such rational or scientific efforts never yield any solid result or insight. And by the end of the play, Vladimir seems less sure than he did at the very beginning. Again, Vladimir relies upon Astragon, and whenever he leaves for a brief moment, he panics. He rather fears loneliness and abandonment. He is one of the two main characters of the play, as you must have already realized. And he is called Didi by Astragon. And the boy who comes to give the message calls him Mr. Albert. So he seems to be more responsible and mature of the two main characters. And as I have already told you, that he has kind of good memory, in the sense that he reminds Astragon, who has a poor memory, of the events, because he keeps on forgetting, and Astragon does not remember what happened the previous night. He is again a bum like Astragon, and then at times he even becomes unsure whether his memory is playing tricks on him or whether he remembers things properly. He is the one who insists on waiting for Godot and makes Astragon also wait with him. We can call him the intellect, the character with some kind of an intellect. Because of the two, we find that he is the one making the decisions or taking the decisions and remembering significant details. It also appears that he probably knows something about Godot. Then, when these two characters are talking, when he says something, there are implications that are either religious or philosophical. and he interprets the action in religious terms in the story of two thieves who were crucified on either side of Jesus, and he was troubled about the fate of the thief who wasn't saved. Besides this, he can correlate some of the actions to the general concerns of mankind. Once, when Pozo and Lucky fall down and cry for help, he interprets it as a chance to be in a unique position of helping humanity. Then he is the one who asks questions to the boy regarding GODOT, and Estrigan is just a listener. Then the little bit of action that is there, like taking of the boots or helping with the boots, then Vladimir is the one who's helping Estrigan with his boots. Then these two characters, Vladimir and Estrigan, we find that they are significantly different also, because he is more intellectual kind than Estrigan, but then both are incomplete without each other. Vladimir is more willing to wait for GODOT, and he involves in his surrounding. He does not want this waiting in futile or go in vain, and there is a fear within him that probably GODOT may not come. He is more focused on his purpose of meeting with him. He is clear headed and not absent minded like Astragan. While they are waiting, they engage themselves in different activities, mainly discussions. And in those discussions, we find that he brings out religious or philosophical kind of angle or implications. So he is more kind of intellectual than Astragan. This is the brief character sketch of Vladimir for you to understand while when you read the play. So this is all for today. Thank you.